I'm here with Kelcie, right?
No, my name's Kelcie.
All right. You want to say like how old you are and where you're from, stuff like that?
Okay, so I'm 29 years old. I'm from Levittown, Pennsylvania. I've been out here almost. I want to say I ended up out here officially on the street when I was right before I turned 21.
Oh wow! So you've been down here on the streets for that long?
Yeah, but I haven't been on the street. So a lot of the times I've had an apartment or a room, but when it's been about going on 6 years now since I've since I've tricked her, to make money. So, but back then when when that was how I was making my money, that was. You go out and you catch a date and you only make so much to get well, so then you have to go back out again, and then it's like a vicious cycle, and it's almost like you have a place to live, but it's basically just like your closet, to where you store your stuff. And I had gotten
yeah, you're good.
So I had started to, a friend of mine had turned me on to the internet stuff, and so I started posting online, and
like the back page stuff.
Yeah, mega personals I was posting, and it was a hell of a lot better money, and I was able to kind of stabilize and become more functioning and get myself 8 months ago I could walk down the block and they'd be like, dope, oh no, my bad, mom, no disrespect, and the last 6 to 8 months as I was eating this trank, I went from, if I pulled a picture on Facebook and showed you me last year and showed now, you'd be like, what? That's you?
So the xylazine is that damaging?
It has tore me apart.
Now, do you deal with open sores?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so you're an IV drug user?
Yes.
And so how many, you don't have to show me or nothing like that, how many open sores are you dealing with currently right now?
Right now, I have one on each wrist. They were healed.
So you can see the...
Yeah, they were healed up for the most part, but about 3 days ago, I was walking past a old block I used to work for, and it's coming up on the 1 year anniversary of my husband's death, and we had both worked for the block, and the guy had stopped me, and he was like, "Yo, boy, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me that he died?" And I was like, what? I really was just. Go up to him, hey, and good to see you, guess who died,
Right.
And, so he was like, oh, and, as I said, I don't trick, I don't boost, I don't really,
So you were saying you don't trick anymore now, right?
Yeah, it's been almost 6 years.
Okay, so that's got to make it that much harder for you down here.
It's so hard. If you don't sell drugs, your body, or, the works, it's, making money out here is
especially as a
female. I'm a Leo. I have a lot of pride, and this past relationship I just got out of in the last 2 weeks. That was the first time that I ever allowed a man to take care of me. I've always been very, even prior to drugs, I take pride in making my own money. I take pride. I like to. I don't want to have to ask anybody.
Being independent, that's...
Yeah, I've had my own job, even pizza since I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
Everywhere I worked, I've excelled. I was a store manager at Starbucks, Family Dollar. I was a shift manager at Bath and Body Works.
You have employable skills then.
Yeah,
Now I want to talk. I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to talk about you. You were having a little drama this past week because you are actively trying to get into a program now, right?
Yes.
And you missed a.
So
if you don't mind me asking.
No, it's so.
Because it's important. I think it's important for people to hear this.
Part of with the rehabs, they don't allow you to come in there with open source. So you have to go into
You're talking open sores, so you have to go get the...
To make sure everything's, kind of cleared up, and I was getting right to that point, and I had gone past that block, and they asked me if I wanted to jump on and work, and almost right when I was about to be finished my pack, they had ran out the block. And now I don't know exactly the law for it, but I know as far as if there's open, if you have sliced wrists, etc., they're not supposed to cut you or cuff you.
Right.
Well, they...
Oh, and you got them on both your arms.
And the cop was being very, he was just being just an asshole to me for some reason. And I'm very respectful. I'm not, you know what I mean? I knew what I was doing, and I knew what I was doing was wrong.
Right.
And I know the consequences and what you get caught, you get caught.
Right.
He put these cuffs so tight.
I'm looking at your wrist now, and that...
I had 2 long sleeve shirts on. I had a jean jacket, a hoodie, and a coat, and I was bleeding and pussing through.
Yeah.
From how tight it ripped it right back open, and then...
Can I show this on camera? Is that okay? Just right there. I just think it's important.
And that was completely healed. It was completely
and that's from
not completely healed, but
thank you.
It wasn't.
That's the xylazine doing that.
Yes. Yeah.
And are you shooting up in the wrist?
No. So I don't go in the wound or anything, but unfortunately.
But you shoot in that area?
Sometimes I'll have to go around.
Yeah. So that's why it stays infected.
So what with the xylazine? It's called, I don't know how aware people are about it, but it's a vasoconstrictor. So almost if you think of like you remember Little Shop of Horrors? What's that plant? Tip of my tongue. Whatever, you're gonna touch it and it closes.
Closes, yeah.
So basically,
Venus flytrap.
Yeah, so that's what the xylazine does. It basically, as soon as it hits that spot of that area of the vein, it basically it kills it. It cuts off the oxygen flow, and that's why those black.
Yeah.
And people think they're scabs. It's not. It's dead flesh. So it causes necrosis.
Right. So you can't even talk about rehab now until
I get treated in the hospital.
And so that might be you might be in the hospital for 2 weeks getting that fixed.
Yeah, IV antibiotics.
And then so that's just another hurdle you're gonna have to go through to get clean.
But there was something. So I was I went for how they've been doing, the CDC had they've been doing the interviews for they gave, basically they give you like gift cards to do an anonymous interview about, your drug use,
CDC was doing it?
Yeah, to try to figure out, what was going on out here. And, so a woman I was speaking to there was saying about how, her mother, there's a place in South Philly, it's called biofeedback. They started using it for like sleep studies, people with insomnia, sleep paralysis, etc. And they hook up, whatever to your brain, and they basically try to, the same way the drugs have rewired your brain and changed it. It's the same thing. Her mom did it a year ago with the tranq and all that, and I had a year clean. So I really, really wanted to kind of look into it, but I don't know as far as insurance and I mean, of course you're not hearing about it because if it works, then the fuck why they want you to know that? Yeah,
no, it's so because it's so new to me. Like from what I hear, is the only thing they give in detox for the xylazine is clonidine right now, which is a blood pressure medicine. And sometimes they'll do a ketamine drip.
But that's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's tranq. So you're giving me tranq to get off tranq.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense to me.
So wait, what happened with the with you not getting to the program? We got a little sidetracked.
Okay, yeah. So I was supposed to have gone the next day, and it was raining out that morning, and I had I have been staying in a truck because I had lost my apartment. When I was renting the apartment from, I was subletting it from. come to find out, she had been evicted 6 months before I even moved in. So I had everything in the truck and I was packed and ready to go. And they tell everything. So then the next day, it's pouring right now. I was dope sick. And somebody, I don't really know him, but I've seen him around. He was like, "Look, you want to come get me?" You could tell, like, I don't look like myself right now at all.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Look, like you look like you need some sleep. Like, just you want to come lay down, whatever." Well, unfortunately, in the house, there's a guy that lives upstairs. He smokes wet, and my friend was like, "Look, I'm gonna go try to get us a couple bags of dope, so we can go to Mary King and you can do what you gotta do." And not even 10 minutes after he left out, this guy comes in and he tries to rape me, and I can't really defend myself.
One second.
Sure.
So I just want to keep that on for the heat for you, so you're warm.
Oh yeah.
All right. So a guy tried to rape you.
Yeah.
And
so
it's hard to defend yourself.
yeah. So I had peeped that there was a can of pears on the ground next to me. So I kind of just wailed him over the head with the can of pears like 3 times.
Wow.
And but I was just so weak and so and I probably like 15 minutes prior to that, I was just throwing up all over myself.
Right.
And so, thank God, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, my friend had come back, and I'm laying on the floor just sobbing, and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Dude, you just..." And he was just, the guy was just upstairs sleeping comfortably.
Wow.
So they were like, "Get your clothes on and get the fuck outside," and they beat the shit out of him.
Man.
But at that point, so that was the morning that was supposed to happen.
So just a lot of drama happened.
But and backtracking now, because I forgot about this part with the cuffs and the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Now when they cuffed me, so much blood and pus had come out on my gloves.
Yeah.
They had taken the little bit of drugs I had left, but they let me keep the money.
Mm-hmm.
And me being the honest asshole I am, I'm like, well, because I was gonna have to work it off anyways. Mm-hmm. I'm like, here's the ticket money, whatever. Well, caseworker decides that he's gonna keep it and make me work it off anyways.
Oh, man.
And mind you, what they would pay you is they'll give you 2 bundles of dope and 2 bundles of hard, and basically it's $5 a bundle.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're only making $5
off of 1 bundle.
Off of 1 bundle. So you guys.
So 16 bags here.
Yeah. And $5 each.
They're getting over on you crazy.
So you're doing you're risking that state prison time.
And I already caught 3 cases for this block. Told them who sent the feds to the owner's house.
Yeah.
I already had just sat in jail for 4 months for this block. And I had
$5. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean,
when you're sick, you need the money.
I made a promise to myself when I stopped drinking that I don't even care with the toenail. I'm not selling another part of my body.
Yeah.
Because I had basically had God had sent a fucking angel into my life. Mm-hmm. I started posting online, and this guy had come to do a date, and a lot of these guys, I guess they do these dates and stuff online because they have these kinks or these fantasies or these sick things that they know that they can't do with normal women or with their wives. Right. And he had hurt me so bad to the point I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I was bleeding for 3 weeks. I couldn't, there was no making money at that, in that aspect. But I was walking to the store one day, and this older gentleman stopped me, and I said, I could just see that there was something. He was going through something himself, and he was just lonely. And most of these girls, like, if you don't got no money for me, you don't got no drugs for me, I'm wasting my fucking time.
Right.
I apologize for my curse.
Speak for you.
But so we ended up parking up and just talking and found out he graduated high school with my mom. He was from the same town.
Wow.
Me and his mother had the same birthday, and she had just died 2 days before. And he was just lonely. He was just driving around, and so he was like, he said, there's just something different about you. He said, you don't belong out here. He said, can I just, for just 1 week, he said, can I just show you? I just want to help you for 1 week. So he paid my rent for that week. He made sure I was well for that week, ate everything. This was going on 6 years ago. And to this day, I mean, and never asked for anything from me, never tried to, So
he's a good soul then.
He was an angel sent from heaven he saved my life because
that's awesome.
To get off this avenue or to get out of that lifestyle of it's a vicious cycle.
That's just gotta be scary getting into strangers' cars, over and over again. I get that.
And then, back then it was, and now
the way you guys nod out on this, that's got to be so terrifying getting in a car.
That's why, and that's what's so scary for me is I haven't been out here on the street in, a while, and I haven't been by myself in 7 years plus, So the last few days, it's fucking terrifying. Like, and you're hearing these girls just, I've been out here for 3 days, and with the rape thing, the cop thing, the guy on the block, he steals a check, and then he's snapping on me. I'm trying to count, if I owe money, I just want to get out of the way. So I finished on what I had, and I'm under the blanket, and I'm counting my money. And he's like, why isn't anybody on the fucking corner? And I'm like, well, I don't have any worker, I'm counting my check right now. And bitch, get the fuck up then. And I'm like, okay, well, so I'm making sure I don't have anything on my lap, and I don't drop any money. He grabs me by my hair and drags me on the sidewalk, rips my wrist open even more. So that's how they got even worse. So I ended up paying back nearly. I had owed, it was 140, and 150, 150. So that's what, 280,
560, I think.
Yeah, I ended up paying
580, I think.
I paid the 580, and then he took another 160 from me. In addition to me making no profit the entire time. And
so basically, your profit is just one bag you're gonna do to not get sick. Then that $5, pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't even keep that.
Yeah.
I just.
So where do you sleep at night? Let me ask you
Right
that. Are you
now-
at Clearfield? Is this where is this?
No, right now I just came here to kind of just sit down and clear my head, honestly, and figure out what the hell to do.
Because you do want to get help, right?
Yes.
From what I was talking to you outside, it seems like you genuinely don't want to be there.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I've been out here for almost 10 years. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And
you gotta keep trying for help, man. It's like I said, it took me 18 years and 50 times at rehab.
It's just like
Just
sometimes
keep doing
you
it.
blink and it's 2 weeks later and you're like, what the fuck? And I don't really, I stay away from, I try not to my mom has got almost 8 years clean.
Oh, okay.
And she's, I'm one of 5. My brothers are both, 2 of my brothers are Philadelphia detectives.
Oh, okay.
My other brother's in the Navy. My sister's, she's on Suboxone. My mother's in recovery from methamphetamine.
Now, would you be able to use them as positive resources when you get clean? Will you be able to get back in their life?
Here's the problem is, as far as my brothers and stuff, I don't really even know them.
Okay.
My sister, yes, but then I also fear burning any bridges or, she's got children, she's got,
Yeah.
whatever. My mom still lives in a step-up house. you know, but so I really, it's, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just me, myself, and I. You know, because I try my hardest not to. I don't want to hurt them any more than I know that I already am.
No, I get that 100%. Yeah.
So, but then yesterday, after everything happened, I finally did break and I called for help, but it's then they think you're lying.
Just do me a favor and keep calling for help.
You know.
Don't stop that.
And
even if they keep you lying, all that, just keep asking for help.
You know, because I had to run out of the house. I mean, I had no underwear. I had my period. I was hungry. I'm fucking soaking wet. I didn't have a coat. And I understand them not wanting to give me any money or anything like that, but like,
yeah,
I had just needed a little bit, like,
yeah.
Like everything I own right now is right here, and this is all shit.
I have some clothes back here. We'll go through it if you want.
That would be great. Yeah. That would be great because I mean I don't even have a fucking blanket. Like it just, and it's not even for me. Not now. I'm not even coming up with money to, you know, to get high. To you know.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, it's not. You would think that would be like the first thing on my mind, but really, I want to. Of course, maybe to get my last little hit, my last little shot, and just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful because that one last shot can turn into another year on top of it.
Exactly.
but no, your mind is in the spot where you're at least entertaining. Going.
I had always just wanted to want it. I just fucking want it now. Like,
yeah. That's I hope you give it a shot.
And I just.
You can go back to Levittown, the recovery capital of the world.
Right.
I just left my sober house last year.
No, you went to sober house out there.
Yeah, I did the...
Okay, see, I grew up there.
Yeah, I did the... I left rehab, Fairmount, then I went to Croydon State Road Recovery House. Then I went to Stony Brook.
Okay.
Serpentine Lane.
See,
sober house.
My thing is, I'm a little... like scared of the recovery house thing because part of me feels like I'm putting myself in a position where that devil on my shoulder might kind of like.
Listen, you're gonna take that wherever you go.
Yeah.
My experience with the recovery house thing is, it's what you make of it. I still don't know anyone in Bucks County, and that's on purpose because I don't want to deal with knuckleheads. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it is what you make it. I hope you give it a chance. You do need to get your arms worked out first. I hope you do that soon.
I had gone to Temple. It was not yesterday morning. It was the because all that shit happened on the block had happened like in between. Like 2 in the afternoon, and I finally was able to like leave and go do what I needed to do at maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Oh, okay.
And I had gone over to Episcopal, and I was dope sick as all hell. So, I mean, not to be vulgar or anything, but I mean, like, I really need to go to the bathroom.
Right.
And, I mean, there was my wristband number was 3. There was nobody in that fucking waiting room.
Right.
And I could hear the doctor they had come in on the bathroom with me 4 times. I said, "You guys have strip searched me. Like, I'm not getting high. You want to look in the toilet? Like, I really am just, you know."
Probably got the shits from being in withdrawal.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. And I hear the doctor like, I'm fucking losing my chess game and I gotta wait on this girl and then I'm like, it just made me so fucking frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I said, what the fuck are you even a doctor for? I said, like, and this is why people
Yeah.
You know, but I understand their side too. They are frustrated with.
Yeah, I get their side, but I think they could have a little more
At
empathy.
the same time, not everybody is.
Everyone's case is different. Not everyone's a bad
you know,
person.
some people really are genuinely looking for help. They do.
Yeah. Almost everyone I talk to, I've had one person that said they are genuinely okay staying to get high down here. Everyone else wants to get out.
You know, if you would have 2 months ago, you would have asked me if I wanted to get clean. I would have said, no,
that's just being honest, though.
You know, and I've always been like that. You know, I'm not going to sit here and feed you bullshit and tell you, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, please, you know, I'm just, you know, like, no, but I'm about to be 30 years old, and I'm just.
Give it a shot. That's all. Just keep trying. That's all I'm going to say. Just keep trying.
You know, I know, like, nobody's better than anybody, but this shit ain't me.
No. I don't think any human deserves to live like you guys are out here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk about too much out of respect for Amber, but we just watched Amber overdose over here.
Yeah.
I had to Narcan her back to life.
She just must be so excited that telling me she was clean. And
that was
and
just
and all you hear is sample, and that was enough to just.
Oh, so that's what it got her. So she got the free sample under her neck.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But that's crazy.
I can't say for sure. I wasn't there, but I'm thinking that must have been because.
Yeah. I was over here talking to you, and I saw someone putting a needle in her neck, and I was like, "What?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she fell right away. That's why I stopped talking to you. I ran right to the car and got my Narcan.
Yeah.
I saw it, you know. So, all right, it's been about 25 minutes. I really appreciate this.
Okay.
I will. I got all your information. I'm gonna stay in touch with you. I hope you go get some help.
Yeah. Honestly.
And we're gonna do a sober video when you get better.
Yes, please. And if there's anyway, because I mean, I've been to rehab a few times, and I don't really know what to do or how to properly, like, so if there's any way possible, you know, even with friends, so we can kind of talk for a minute.
I'll talk to you about it,
We can figure out.
Yeah. The problem is before...
I know you have other things you need to...
No, I will dedicate all my time to helping you. That's not the problem. The problem is I can't do anything until your open sores are fixed.
That's my...
I have my friend Matt. He runs. I can get you into places in the Poconos down in Florida. You know, away from
my friend Mark. You know,
Florida can be a little sketchy too, though.
That's where I was nervous. And my friend Mark is he works in a rehab down there now. He was up here getting high. And,
it could work.
He was going to try to get me a scholarship down there, but I know they have like those people that they literally their job is to scout out people and get them back on drugs. And
it's 80 degrees year round down there, so living on the streets is a lot easier. You know. So, all right, we'll talk. Like I said, we got some clothes here. I'll let you go through, see if you want any of them. And then I want to continue talking to you. If you don't get clean, I still want to see what you're doing here until you're ready to get clean. But I know.
I'm getting clean.
Good. I believe you.
I'm getting fucking clean.
Awesome. I got it on tape.
I'm getting fucking clean.
All right, Kelcie. I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you.